tomorrow is like the cutoff deadline for DeliciousJames Food Pokemon Challenge, and I haven't even really looked at it. But I figured I'd at least try to do some tonight. And the one thing that came to mind was a dry martini and dry martini. Dry-tini. And then once I get this done, if I can't think of anything else, I might just bring out the Pokemon randomizer and see if I can think of like food puns out of whatever shows up on the randomizer. And here comes a muffin. Anyways, really, muffin? We're doing this? I can't even see the screen now. Yes, love you too. Lay down. Lay down. Before I do that, okay, I'm gonna close that for a second so that you guys have something to do. I forgot to turn on my fish. Plus, I gotta wait for a certain somebody to lay his butt down. Mom, I hear you talking to people. I need to see what's going on. Anyways. Oh. Alright. It might not be. Okay. Okay. Now are you good, fish? Now let's try it. Okay. Yes, but also no. There we go. Yeah, feel free to fish. So, anyways, with the martini glass, I already started like getting some of the background deleted. I'm not using Adobe, I'm using Pixlr, and they don't have the best like remove tool. Because when I try to use like their magic eraser, oh, now you're not gonna do the thing. It does that. And I kind of need more of the glass to show up than that, so I am kind of doing it by hand. Then eventually, once the glass is done, I'm gonna shrink it a little bit and use Dratini. The goal is try to make Dratini's head look like an olive on a toothpick. Whether or not that works out is to be determined. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. And pretty much the requirements they have for this is it has to be using the free use art from Pokemon, which is pretty much their not their sprite art necessarily, but like their art on their official websites. And then the requirements were, there was like a few of them. One of them is like no AI art, which is obvious. You have to have the free use art. And I know there was a third one. But There it is. Abstract Shapemon. Oh no, that's a straight mon. Okay. Oh, Pokemon's tournament. That's the one it's called. Go to the top of it for the rule. Okay, rules. A fair use Pokemon sprite mashed up with a food. Name that is a mashup of the Pokemon's name and the food, both a mashup and a silhouette with backgrounds removed. 3 entries per contestant. The deadline is May 28th. And yeah. So the one that I forgot to. So the one that I forgot is the silhouette has to be made too, but that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that now that I've patched it. The only problem is it leaves like this little bit of pixels like that. I'm gonna have to remember to do another background thing just to make sure it doesn't also. Yeah. Boop. Yeah, I've been liking their content a lot. Like I found them through another PokeTuber called DeliciousJames, and he does a lot of game shows based around Pokemon, like obscure facts that you may or may not know. Or sometimes it's just silly, like, who's that Pokemon? And it's like a shape of an obvious answer, but then he'll be like, no, it's Piloswine that's naked. Or lost all its fur. I like how in actual Photoshop this would take me maybe like 10 seconds, but I don't do art anymore to warn it. I do have another app that I just got that's also free, but I haven't really played around with it and not really ready to learn a new system tonight. Rather use something that I'm familiar with. Even if it does take longer. I don't even know if this will even make it to the final tournament or anything, but it would be nice. It would be cool. Also trying to sit here and think of other food options while I'm thinking of it, but nothing's really coming to mind. But there's also 1,000 Pokemon, which is why I think it would be easier to get a randomizer going and then like, okay, what food pun can I think of a Pokemon that just showed up? Because if I try to just think of one, the one that keeps coming to mind is the all the drink ones that they made. But there's already so much fan art of like TV, which is Eevee with like a tea bag and a teacup. The coffeeing, something like that. It's like a coffee cup with the coughing. Like, I think I want to think of something better than that. Okay, now I'm at the part of the screen where there's a cat in my way. I move it just a little bit more. So I have to zoom in, but I also have to be able to see it. Like that and that. Hey, welcome in. You are catching an art stream right now, and I'm trying to not have to constantly hit the undo button, but I'm constantly hitting the undo button. Because glassware is fun. Okay, where's the... There we go. There we go. Oop. I think that's probably as good as I'm gonna get that. Okay. So now I don't want to flip it. I don't want to make it horizontal. Isn't there a... Ah, there we go. Okay, so we want to lock the proportions. Then just... Oh, that's fun. That's an easy fix, though. I can just crop that out. Just do boop and boop. All right, now we have our martini glass. Now the next thing is going to be looking for the dratini part. Dratini martini, yeah. Okay, so the Pokemon database, that's the freestyle ones. I thought they came with... I thought they were no background, but... Alright, copy image, bring it back over. Okay, that should put it on its new layer. Now this should be an easy remove. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now this is when it gets fun. Hello, Vinith. I don't know if you pronounce it Vinith or Vivi. Vinith. And also, welcome Xmonstar. Nepal? No, afraid not. That'd be a large distance for me. Okay, I think I want to duplicate this layer. Duplicate. Okay, but I'm gonna make this one invisible. And if this is your favorite Pokemon, look away right now because I'm about to do the unthinkable. I'm going to sever the Dratini. Pop! Okay. Now once again, I can do a little bit of a doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Yeah. I might have made his head a little too big. I don't know if I want to resize that yet or not. Okay. So the goal is to make the Dratini look like an olive. And I don't know if I want to stretch it to be more olive shape or if I want it to still be recognizable as a Dratini. And also, first time chatters, you can use exclamation fish just like Nightbot just did, and you can fish during my streams as well. I'm still not sure about this though. Okay. Okay, definitely like that. Okay, so we're gonna do our range. So one option would be just having it sit in the glass and just be like a kind of a swimming thing. Then the other option I had would be... Oh, wait. I need to... Okay. I need to lock this layer so I don't accidentally move it around while I'm moving Dratini's head. How to vape. Alright. There's fish in there too. There should be Pokemon in there as well. Unless my thing reset. Oh, okay. So I could do... No, I don't want it locked. Okay. So we can do that. That gives it a more olive shape that way. Just like a little squash. Okay, and then we'll put that there. Now... Okay, I think that's the angle I want. I think that's what I'm going for. Now the fun part. New Dratini. Yay, he has his head again. Except, yeah, he doesn't. Okay, so now we're going to take his head off, like so. We're going to take most of the tail off. And then I think I'm actually gonna... Hey, Rico! Normally I catch your streams. Today you caught one of mine. In fact, I am going to do a shout out to you. If you like watching food stuff, Rico Punch is the one to go to. He does a lot of his kitchen and restaurant streams. Although I think I've only caught your I think I've only ever caught your home stuff. I don't know if I've ever caught your restaurant stuff live. Okay, anyways. So I gotta make sure this one's invisible. This is the one I'm working on. I'm going to remove this. Now, this one, we're gonna rotate. Squish. Like a toothpick. Ooh, actually. That one might work just as a all the way through. Like, duplicate it, flip it, and then toothpick. Alright. Okay. Oop. Actually, this stream is kind of perfect for you to be here because I'm doing food-themed Pokemon. Okay. That kind of works. Okay. I'm gonna duplicate again. The first one I am locking. And then the second one I need to rotate again. Then... Okay, that one I need to flip. Okay, and then... Oop. Okay, I might have to remove just a little bit more of the tail for that. It's just a little bit more of the tail. And then rearrange again. Okay, so... I like that so far. I am liking what I'm seeing so far. Now, the real challenge in this system, which I am going to lock another thing so I don't, once again, move it around. So I'm going to duplicate this. And then remember how I do this. So just chilling and getting high. All right, well, that sounds fun. Okay. Yeah, you should get with X Monster because they just caught a vape. Might be useful. Okay. Now, I want to move this here. But remove this part. Okay, so. Okay, there. That would be a little bit here. Yeah, okay, there we go. Ooh, actually, that kind of works. I was gonna make it a little bit more transparent so that it looked like the toothpick would be in the water. But I don't. I kind of like it just like that. What do you guys think? Should I try to figure out a way to make it more translucent? Because I think the only way I would be able to make it more translucent would be to like put a um uh like a marker over it. But right there is. All right, I'll hydrate. Yes, today's drink is Arizona Hot Wheels brand or Hot Wheels brand Arizona. It's a raspberry tea. It's really good. Um, I don't. I think I do like it like this. I think I'm gonna lock it. A dry martini. I am gonna hide this for a second just to make sure it doesn't show any important stuff. Okay. Yeah, it didn't open my account or anything, so we're good. Watermelon's a good one. I also like the mucho mango when it comes to the Arizona teas. Actually, except for I think I like all the Arizonas except for like the green teas. I'm not a big green tea person. At least you got a fish. I mean, you've been finding all of the not good stuff. I'm gonna I'm gonna check my fish real quick because I'm starting to think. Yeah, the custom catches are in there. They're there. I don't know why you're only getting the fish. I mean, I could make it just only customs, but I don't have that many in there. Okay. Anyways, that is the dry martini, aka the dratini. The drama. Yeah, no, you get it. Anyways, so now we are going to go with. Oh, okay. So we got to make sure. Yeah. Wonder if I can. You know what? Let me do something real quick. Doop-a-doo. Oh no, I'm gonna get demonetized for showing alcohol on my screen. Oh no. Okay. Browse. Where did my stuff just go? Uh-oh. Don't you tell me you're not responding. Pick open. Where the hell did it go? Should be under recent. There it is. Okay. Oh, wow, is he big. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, I don't have a, so he's just gonna be sitting over here for now. It's like, Muffin, no! Don't drink the martini! Okay. That's not even a straw. That is a toothpick, sir. Okay. How about I put it on your head? How about I put it on my head? Okay. There's good. A little bit smaller. There you go. So it's a play on words of a dry martini, which I made a draw martini, a dratini martini. It's yeah, it's like a dry martini. When I looked at martinis, I found a blue one, which was perfect because I was hoping to find something ocean-like because dratini can be found while fishing and, well, Safari Zone is the main one, but there's other spots you can find them in the waters. So that is that one. So we're going to go ahead and start making a new one. We're going to do create new image grid. All right, so now we're only needing one. Generate. Whoa, Chen. Okay. I feel like I could go way too easy with this one and just make Whoa Chinese food. I don't want to do that. See what else we got. Helioptile. Okay. Now, helioptile, what? I don't know if I could think of anything for a helioptile. Okay. Moving on. I don't want to think about that one. Although, no, I don't think the pun would be strong enough for that one. For some reason, my head went from trubbish to radish. I don't think that would work. Clef key. Clef key lime pie? Could I do that? Could I make a clef key lime pie? I don't know if I could. Because I don't know where the clef key would go in the pie. In pies. I could put him here. Like where his round is on the keys. I could put him here. This would be a good one. Because where the, like, lime ring is, I could just stick him there. I'm not sure. That would be a good one. He would be on this lime, and then those two limes would still be there. That's also an easy shape to use on the pixel as well. Because it's just round. Oh, that would be such a mean silhouette, too. Because Klefki wouldn't show at all. Klefki would just be... Okay, the more I'm looking at this one, the more I at least want to attempt it and see where it goes. Wow, that's tiny as fuck. Okay, first things first, we are going to make this bigger. Okay. Do we have... Is it better if I do it from here? Yes, it is. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and delete that one. You are going to downsize a little bit. You can, however, take up the entire... thing, so that's good. And then we are going to go ahead and this is going to be the easiest one to cut away from because it should just remove the white. I shouldn't have said anything. I should not have said anything. Okay, so we're going to keep. Can I? Cilantro, lime rice. I don't remember how to do circles. There we go. There we go. Right about there. Oh, I forgot to double check to make sure that I didn't have any weird back. Hey, there you go. You got a shiny. Nice. All right. If this tin foil shows to be too much effort, I might just remove it to just keep the crust. Hi, blood. Here you go. Right up the size a little bit. So I don't know if you've been here or if you've been lurking, but I'm making Pokemon food puns. And eventually they're going to get submitted to DeliciousJames, which if they show up on his channel, I will be sure to mention that in my community posts on YouTube. Because I'll just be like, yay. Yeah, so you see that glass in front of me? That was the first one, which is the dry martini. A pun on both martini and a rotini. This one is going to be a clef key lime pie. If I can get this pie shell to work with me. But yeah, today is the first time in several months I've been live on Twitch because of different funness. And the stars kind of aligned for a stream, so I'm like, you know what? I'm streaming tonight. And I was like, well, what kind of game do I want to play? It's like, well, I don't really feel like gaming. Well, I gotta get this thing done because it's due tomorrow. Yay, procrastination. No, the more I'm doing this, the more I'm really thinking I should get rid of the pie pan. I don't know. Well, won't worry about that in a minute. Okay, let's do... Okay. Why is this like the perfect round and then the actual official art is Klefki. Alright, anyways, copy image. So yeah, anytime it says Pokemon database, that's the one I can use, even though it does look the same, so it probably wouldn't matter, but I have to use the ones from Pokemon database. Anyways, so we're gonna do that. Gonna do this. Gonna do this. And this. And this. And this. And oh my god, there's a tiny one right there. Oops. Not the end of the world. And this. There we go. And actually, he landed almost right where I wanted. That's almost perfect where I wanted him. I am, however, going to skew him so he perfectly fits on that. Muffin. Muffin. I'm gonna, because I'm trying to get him to go round the rind. Almost perfectly. There we go. Honestly, I don't hate it. Still debating the pie pan. How do I do polls again? Is it just exclamation point or just slash polling it? Yeah. All right, and give you guys like 3 minutes to think about that. There's now a poll in the chat. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock this for now. I'm going to duplicate the layer. Make this one invisible temporarily. That way we can see the difference between keeping it and removing it. Although it does look like removing it's going to be a pain in the butt. Oops. Actually, I think I am going to just go a little bit crazy on how I remove it. And then use the circle tool to bring the crust back to being round. I'll just like cut it like that. Trust the process. Trust the process. Okay. This, but we're going to keep. And then there we go. So something like that. There we go. Looks a little bit more natural that way. Still kind of got weird edges going on over here. Joel the sturgeon. Still don't know who Joel is, but he's a sturgeon. Okay, so far we have 1 vote for remove the pan. You do a 50-50, guys. I don't know. Okay, so that would be without the pan. Then this would be with, so no pan, pan, no pan, pan, no pan, pan, no pan, pan, no pan, pan. Why was your foot streaking? And the vote is to remove pan. All right. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and hide it again. Save it. And this is left key line high. Okay. Okay. That's 2 down and 1 more to go. Unless we want to keep going. Alright, so bring it back. Okay. Now for the fun part. Looking through these and see what speaks to me. Dub wool. Wool does not sound food to me. Wool is more, well, wool, clothing. Can't really think of too many wool and food. Nothing's coming to mind for. Yeah, but the problem is the food has to be a pun. So even though double is like fluffy and could just be a cotton candy, which is what I usually call Mareep, shiny, but it has to be a play on its name. That's one of the requirements is like the cleft key lime pie, the dratini. It's like, yeah, that's what makes it hard. One of the examples they gave was Wingull, where they used chicken wings and replaced the wings of the Wingull. There was what did they do with the ice cube? I think they did like rice cube. Or this is like a later gen Pokemon, but Ice Cube, the penguin with an ice cube on his head, and they just made him a rice cube. So they don't have to be super creative, but they do, yeah. Makuhita. I do know about Maki Maki rolls, but Makuhita, nah, sounds chunky. Groudon Primal. Groudon. I feel like there's something there, but it's not coming to mind right now. I don't know. Moving on. Dreepy. Oh, God. Dreepy kind of sounds like sleepy. Sleepy time tea. Yeah, ground beef for Groudon. He's even the color of ground beef. That would be Groudon beef. I don't think I want to do that. That sounds like somebody would be upset that I massacred their favorite legendary. Because I could just, I'm gonna make it. I'm not gonna save it, but I am going to make that real quick. Just to get that in my head. Because if that's in my image, you guys gotta see it too. I'm gonna go ahead and... no. I don't want to go that far. So, copy image. I'm not saving this one. Say that right now. I am not saving this one. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick the first one I see. That's fine. Copy image. Why is it so big? Layer above. Cutting out. Magical cutout. That. Oops. Not. Okay. And arrange. And then, yeah, this is literally all I was picturing was just Groudon's head on a chunk of meat. I'm like, there you go, ground beef. Although I could like save his claws and stuff and move that around, but no, this is a cursed image. And I'm not if I can't think of anything better. That's the thing, because the problem with Pixlr is I only get three saves a night, and that's yeah. Okay, so I'm not gonna save this one because it's just it probably would be their sense of humor, but it's just this is cursed. This is nah. We're just gonna delete this. Just no. Let's keep going. Anyways, Dreepy. Still not really thinking anything for Dreepy. Hakama-o. Mm-mm. My mind went to lingonberry pie, but I already did a pie. So I have a dessert and I have a drink. I think I want to do something savory, like an entree of some sort. Swoobat. There is bat food already, but nah. In our rack. I was about to just say Spinoraka Kadaki, and then I remembered that's not a food, that's a monster from Monster Hunter. Like, yes, my favorite meal, the Raka Kadaki. Yes, no. Spin a rack of ribs. Spin a rack of ribs. That's a spin a rack of ribs. I don't know where I would put the ribs. I love how I have nothing extremely running on my computer and it still wants to give me OBS issues. Although, like, the only thing really running right now is lurk fishing, and it should not have that much issue. Although I do have 3 tabs open. Still not be a problem. Anyways. Spin a rack of ribs. What does the official art look like? I might... See, I could probably take these legs. Not from this one, but I would be taking them from... Wait, that's not Pokedex. Where's Pokemon Database? Oh, that's Pokemon Database, the shiny. Okay, but I think this one would be the same as the... So... Could do those. And then just make them ribs. I think it might be too hard to guess. Dinner record. It sounds fun. It sounds fun to say. I could really go for some ribs. I missed out on the rib cook-off that was around here. I also don't like the idea of eating a spider like that. Let's see what else we got. I'll keep that up. Again, that one's going to be a maybe, but I just can't think of where I would use the parts other than just the legs. Sandile. Already looks like a sandwich. A sandwich? No. That would be a hard one to guess just because that thing's been not very common yet. It's kind of one of the newest Pokemon. Okay. How many of you know the candy Runts? Because that was what went through my head right now. Just put Pecharunt right on that. Call it a day. I mm, Petcharunts. But I'd have to try to make the font match. No, because there be the. Would I change the color to match? Pecha runs. But if they're, I don't know if that'll work because I think they have to try to guess their food by the Hmm. You know what? Let's at least attempt it. Might change my mind. And what do I? Oh, that's right. Pechaberry, not Pechaberry. Bulb. I'm gonna say it's safe to say Bulbapedia also has the official art. I'm not seeing the Pokeball database anymore. Should be okay with that. I could just. Oh wait. Is that part of his head or not? I think that's part of his head. Change. So on one hand, I could put them on all of where the. Oops, I duplicated the wrong thing. And also lock that in place. Make that one in, but also lock it in place. So you. So I'm gonna be a little creative here. Only a little. There. So when he goes off the board, I gotta remember to duplicate the right one. That's kind of. Gotta find a way to cover him on the banana. Okay. We're gonna go back to cutout. Move. thing. And what it could do on this layer, take out the fruit completely once I've put them where I want to place them. How would I flip you? Go a little bit more this way. Yeah, that one works. Okay. But oh wait, no. I do want it logged. This one I'm going to put hmm. You want to keep this? Okay, get all of it. That stays. Why did that? Why didn't that do the thing? That should have kept the R. So I want to remove like all of this. But I want to keep this part. Because I think what I'm going to do is maybe make that a play on word somehow. Okay. We're gonna remove all of this. Pretty much remove all of it. But then keep this part. Yeah. And then we're also going to keep this part. There. Okay. Kind of. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and remove the fact that it says no artificial flavors because you don't want to eat an official, natural flavored, runt. Okay. So that kind of works. What is his Pokedex number? I know it's like 1,000. Let's go ahead and visit the actual site. So we know it's 1025. Petra Run's supposed to be based off of a mochi, which is kind of funny because nothing about his name is mochi. Yeah, I know, Muffin. It's okay. Could do a play on thing and be 1025. Or I could do it. I'm probably not gonna 1,000 pieces. Could say per 3 pieces. Okay. Uh okay, I do want to be on this layer when I do this. Text. Add new text. Color. I want to match this. Okay. I'm gonna do the 1025 because that's his Pokedex number, not 52. And then I'm gonna make his size very small. Oops. That. God damn it. Undo. Why did that not get locked? Lock you in place. Actually, should lock everybody in place. Lock. 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 You can stay. I need to move you over here. Okay. Size is still a little too big. Rotate you just a tad. So that you actually fit the square. Looks like it should be bold. And that font does not match. Okay. That's kind of a nice font. It's just Times New Roman. That's not it. If I do that one, it's going to be bigger. There we go. It's only 1,025 calories. But don't worry, there's no sodium or fat. It's just a lot of calories. Yeah, we're gonna lock that in. Ooh, net weight. What is Petrarun's weight? 7.7 pounds. Okay. Okay, so and it's what, 0.3 kilograms. Okay. Okay. How do I want to go about doing that? Another text bubble. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and have a background. The color going to match orange. And then it's going to be 0. That's sad face. 0.7 pounds and 0.3. Okay. And this was, I keep wanting to click it in the actual text box because I'm used to MS Paint. This should be based. Okay, and then we're going to make it smaller. And then the color of the lettering should be on. Close. the color of this font if I can get it to read. There we go. Still too big. And again, it needs to be bold. Oh, that should be capital B. Yes. Hmm. That's better. And then no, it is like right up against it. That might be the right size now. Let's go ahead and try to move it. Need a bit. Okay. Just slightly smaller. Perfect. Okay. Now we're getting there. Um, we're gonna go ahead and lock the words as well. Okay. Now for the real fun part. I think I want to use blur. Why did we go? Why did the background go white? Okay, but if I use my blur, it has it turn white. Okay. Blur. Wrong blur. That's not really a strong blur. Oh, that's not. I don't think that's what I want. Is it liquefy that I want? A little bit. I don't want to just like. I just want to get rid of the purple completely, is the problem. I might have to like make that orange and then like blur it back up. I don't think I can just get rid of the purple. Oh, that's sort of doing it. That was creepy for a second. Yeah, I think I'm probably better off just trying to just removing it and coloring it in. Just like do do do. Oops. And yes, I know it also says it on all the sides too. I got to figure out how to deal with that as well. If I do. Okay. I can't really see the old fruit over here. That's kind of nice. And the bananas, kind of. I realize there's another spot I want to keep. This one. Yes, it's trademarked. Okay. Okay, back to drawing. Which layer is the drawing on? Oh, I put it right on the box. Whoops. Ain't going back now. Okay. Oh, I gotta get this one. At least you can't read this side as much. There we go. That way I don't have to worry about trying to figure out how to fit it over there. There. Muffin button. Oh, blood. Okay. Yeah, you pick a time when Muffin's not on the desk. All right. I will be right back. I shall check where the babies are. Oh. Okay. Wonton's at the scratch post. Muffins in the bedroom. Yeah. Uh, yeah, OBS still hates me. And it's even worse is there's like you see, it's an art stream. It's nothing not like it's a computer not like it's a game that's running really hard. Oh. I don't know, man. I try. It's probably my avatar too. Anyways. I am not activating that. Okay, so now for the fun part. Trying to get. Okay. I don't think I can skew these. Oh, that one's can't. Sarah! Is it Sarah? Sarah's got to be booped. Sarah gets a boop. An outline. And the outline is kind of like, kind of white. Yeah. And so this is not going on the box itself. This is going on, well, yeah, I don't think I can skew it. I think I can just shrink and grow. I can't even make it grow. I might have to forgo that. Kind of. Oh, that's doing that. Okay. That's not this. I don't like it. Oh. Anyways, new one. Helps if I put it in the right spot. Okay. So, need an outline. Outline needs to be white color. Then I need a shadow. Shadow, yeah, that's good. To be thick. Size needs to be, yes, about there. Okay, this has got to go like above anything else. Okay. We're also going to be putting it there. Off center. Gradient. I don't want it in the. Oh, this one. This one I want to. Kind of? Or is it more. This one should be white. Then this one should be. Black should not. Sort of. Blue and more blue. There we go. Okay. Close. I might. That's better. That's more of what I need. Which means the outline should also be that color. Never mind. Back to that. Oh, okay. Okay, no blur. Okay, that's okay. We're getting the colors down. What I don't have yet is the font. I want to curve a little bit. If I curve, I don't want to curve. That, but higher. And then I think I actually want to increase the size. Whoa, 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 whoa. Not that much. Not that much. Okay, we were on veranda. That's the default. That's an interesting font. Not for this, but something. Nothing. No. Getting the P to match nearly the R is like the goal. I do like Bornhead. Bjorn. Started. Almost. I gotta skip those. I'm not paying for fonts. Brownies. No. Yes, this is gonna be a while of me just going through. Ooh, that's kind of fun. You could almost say it's kind of fun. Okay, kind of Western. Interesting. Eh, that'd be funny. Use delicious for delicious James. Mm-hmm. I don't really want the cursive ones. That's definitely not gonna work. Mm, kind of. Also, I think the default one is kind of the best one. Hi, Wonton. That one's kind of hard to read. Mm-hmm. Too blocky. Mm. Hmm. Well, kind of. Kind of weird how it like puts some of the words together and then like really spaces them out, but Runs kind of does the same thing with their font. I like the style. I don't think it's exactly what I'm looking for. Ooh, magic. And if the problem is spacing, I can always decrease the spacing between the letters too. Just looking for like the right. The P is what is the most important thing to look at. Worst case scenario, I could just make the R, cut it a little bit to make it look like the P. Oh, ew. Definitely not. Do you like pina colada? In town in the rain. Mm. Oh, starting to get into the R's now. Eh. I like that H, but not for this. Ooh, I think we found it. A little bit more. Might get rid of outline. Gonna get rid of outline. Or not outline. Outline stays. Shadow goes. Punch out. No, not punch out. Make it hard to read too. I could just go behind it with a. Ooh, wait. I know how to do this. Please hold. There's background. Background by the word. Oh, isn't there a way to do it by the letter? I wonder what's a way to do it by the letter. Ah, no. So we are going on that one. I mean, I can do it. That's the layer I want to use it on. Fine. Oh, we're going to go ahead and not do it that way, though. Not doing that way. Add new layer. Under there. Underwear. Ha. Then we're going to go in. Now I will say this, you can definitely tell that it's not AI. Also, I didn't even get out my drawing pad for this tonight. I don't think it would have made too much of a difference for what I'm doing. Okay, we're the softness, lower the size, really clean that up. Now what I can do is I can merge down one. So now this is together. Oops. This. Now I can put it wherever I want. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and blur this. Oh, not that much. Not that strong. Felt too strong. Trying to blur it as much as softness. Yeah, there we go. Trying to like blur it as much as this was blurred. And there we go. We now have a box of Pecha Runts. Oh, I should probably. Where's that one? Like, this. Oh, that's not the layer I just marked. Where is... Ah, merged out. Okay. Now I should be able to blur that. Just trying to blur that more into the background. Even though it's obvious because there's like squares right there. Which blur that in. Kind of blur those lines so it obviously looked like it was just, added in. Okay. And there we go. The only other thing is I kind of want to be... Ooh, but I do this. Drawing. That color I want is... per piece. It's 125. It's 1,025 calories per piece. I said it as a joke, but I'm actually proud of this one. Not gonna lie. I made a box of Pecha Runts. So there you have it.